the later sunsets is the best part. I'm a person who believes that it's a very fair trade-off to just 1 hour of sleep loss. You'll recover from that pretty quickly, especially when you're out walking after work. It's going to be pretty nice out for any walks that you have at any point in the day tomorrow, even if you're up for an early morning sunrise walk, because temperatures are staying very mild overnight. The lowest we're looking at getting is into the mid 40s. That's going to be almost on the dot for our high temperatures in just a couple of days. So enjoy this while we have it. 45 will be our morning low in La Crosse, 44 in Eau Claire. As we go into the afternoon, then we're looking at what could potentially be the warmest day thus far of the year for portions of the area, as many of us will be rising at least into the low 60s. Plenty of sunshine, some clouds out there, but still plenty of opportunity for the sun to poke through. A lot less wind, a little bit of a noticeable wind, but it will have switched to blow out of the northwest by later in the day. So we're going to have that warm air supply cut off after a couple days of these southerly winds now, and that will be what takes us into the cooler, more seasonable temperatures as we go into the end of the week. So for your high tomorrow in La Crosse, 64, 60 in Eau Claire, even the possibility of some upper 60s further south of I-90, still multiple degrees off from any records, so we'd really have to overexceed, but we're close to having one of the warmest days for that date on record. In fact, with our forecast highs in the low 60s, it's going to feel a lot more like the very end of April, even nearing the start of May. So we're jumping ahead a little bit now into what would feel like the middle of springtime. Enjoy it because we have wintertime temperatures right around the corner. We start to see them fall fairly quickly on Tuesday. Still going to be well above average in the upper 40s and low 50s across the area, with our average high now in the low 40s. As we go into the end of the week, though, we're going to be staying steadily close to average, maybe a couple degrees above or below, but it'll be a steady trend for the end of the week. So nothing crazily cold, but more like what we should feel like this time of year. The thing is, temperatures continue to fall as we go into the weekend, especially into the start of next week, and that's where we could see a brief period where we will be dipping back into the 30s. Feeling a little bit more like winter on the way, with more snow in the forecast as well. So enjoy your Monday. Unless you still want a couple more tastes of winter, you have it coming up multiple times this week in form of snow and, of course, the temperature drop. Let's start with the snow, though. First chance coming up as we go into Tuesday. We're staying mostly dry and sunny tomorrow, but by Tuesday morning, temperatures will have fallen enough that we could see some scattered stray flurries north of I-90 through the morning hours of Tuesday. Then as we go into the afternoon, we'll be warm enough where any precipitation that falls anywhere along I-94 and south would likely be falling in the form of rain. Just some scattered showers, definitely not a washout of an afternoon whatsoever, just the occasional sprinkle. But folks further into northern Wisconsin going to potentially be seeing an all evening and all night snow event. So we could see some high snow totals north of I-94 as we go into Wednesday morning. Then still another round of some stray flurries going through the early morning, but they move out pretty quickly. Again, that main batch of snow stays far to the north, so we're not expecting anyone in our area to really see significant snow totals, maybe a trace or a little bit less than an inch by the time Wednesday morning rolls around. Otherwise, we're not going to see a whole lot of snow on the ground, maybe some more as we get later in the week. We have another opportunity to see a mix of both rain and snow going into Thursday night. Otherwise, the daytimes throughout much of this week are looking to remain dry until we get into next weekend. A system coming through Saturday night going into Sunday could potentially bring some significant snowfall, so that's something that we're going to have to keep our eye on, because temperatures do start to get much colder, briefly colder after that, but colder nonetheless, where we could even potentially be falling into the 20s. So all the more reason to enjoy tomorrow.
Well, this winter has liked to tease us. They give us a little patch of sun and then take it away.
Oh yeah.
All right, thanks, Nicole.